All right, on my way to breakfast here in Philly before flying back to San Francisco in about 4 hours. Don't like to do the early morning flights. You spend the next day in the city that you visit, get some good food. Gonna try that out right now. But, the 49ers are really in a holding pattern right now. It's hard to begin proper analysis of the offseason until Brock Purdy's MRI results come in, because they have to figure out what's wrong with the UCL in his shoulder. If it's ruptured, it could be a long process that involves Tommy John surgery. If it's not, as the 49ers are hoping, well, it could just be a 6-week recovery. And if it's just a 6-week recovery, well, I think Brock Purdy did a lot of good stuff for the 49ers over his 8 starts this season to, put him into that de facto QB1 role entering off-season competition. I don't think that the 49ers are going to go out and say Brock Purdy's quarterback one right now with all they have invested in Trey Lance, but you would get the feeling that if Purdy is able to be back at a reasonable time in the offseason program, his body of work, which has been better than Trey Lance's so far in the NFL, would put him into the driver's seat of a potential competition for the 49ers this offseason. But remember that Jimmy Garoppolo is still technically on the team right now until free agency in March, and all options right now have to be considered because we don't know the health situation of the 49ers quarterback room moving forward. As we speak right now in Philadelphia, in the fresh aftermath of the NFC Championship game loss, all 4 49ers rostered quarterbacks are hurt. All 4 of them are hurt. I mean, is this unprecedented? Is this wild? Yes, but that's the truth. Trey Lance was in a boot yesterday when I saw him at the stadium. Jimmy Garoppolo's out of his boot, but obviously if he were fully healthy, he would have been active for this football game, and he wasn't active for this football game. Josh Johnson is now in concussion protocol, and Brock Purdy is getting an MRI today on a damaged elbow. So with all 4 guys hurt, the 49ers can't rule anything out at this moment. And with Garoppolo, do I think a return is unlikely? Yes, of course. It was unlikely last year too, but the unlikely scenario ended up playing out. So with Garoppolo, you can never say never. Should have learned that lesson last season. People are going to be talking about Tom Brady and other veterans. And, again, until we have details on the health situation of not just Brock Purdy, but all the 49ers quarterbacks in that timeline, I don't think that it's particularly wise to be speculating here and there about different veterans. What I do know is the overarching philosophy with which the 49ers are building this team, and that is that they want the rookie contract benefits that Brock Purdy and Trey Lance bring them. They're cheaper than a guy like Tom Brady, and they have to pay Brandon Ayuk this offseason. They're going to have to pay Nick Bosa this offseason. It's not a lot of money for a lot of business that the 49ers have to take care of. Even if Tom Brady takes a discount, even if it's $20 million a year, all of a sudden you're weakening the team around him. And look how poorly Tom Brady did this year with a weaker team around him in Tampa Bay. So the 49ers are going to do what they can with this whole Tetris shuffling to make sure that they have the strongest team around the QB, because, hey, yesterday should have taught us that they need an offensive line that can play with Philadelphia's. And I think it would have been a lot better had the quarterback stayed healthy. They had Tyler Kroft, the tight end, blocking Hassan Reddick on the play that caused the injury. But 49ers have improved in pass protection. They might still need some more improvement to get this done. All right, construction noises here in Philly mean time for me to get some breakfast. Everybody take care. A cheesesteak breakfast sandwich. Seen it all. Eggs on top of the steak and the cheese here in Philadelphia.